Tonight on Entertainment News, Blake Lively and Ryan Reynolds pledged to match donations for Ukrainian refugees. Plus, iCarly finally has a trailer and premiere date for season 2. When is it airing and who is returning? Also, Kanye West gets slammed over his newest music video, Easy, where he buries Pete Davidson alive. Don't go anywhere, WTOP 10 Entertainment News starts now.
When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call.
Hi everyone, welcome to WTOP 10 Entertainment News. I'm your host Peyton Ashford here with my lovely panelists Clarissa and Jocelyn. Kanye West is defending his music video after widespread backlash for his track, which shows violence against his ex Kim Kardashian's boyfriend Pete Davidson. The 44-year-old rapper wrote that art is therapy and art is protected under freedom of speech. The music video shows a claymation figure of Pete being kidnapped, tied, and buried alive. The violent visuals quickly drew backlash on social media, with several stars like Kaylee Cuoco and Kim Kardashian publicly defending Pete. West has not taken his divorce with Kim Kardashian very well and was released hours after a judge declared Kim legally single.
The Jennifer Hudson Show is all set to debut in the fall of 2022. According to Warner Bros., the Academy Award and Grammy Award-winning artist show will air on Fox television stations in a statement. Jennifer Hudson said that she is excited to connect with people on a different level and let the audience see her different side. Hudson promises that her one-hour talk show will shake things up a little bit.
Fans are lining up to watch Robert Pattinson as the newest Caped Crusader in The Batman. Directed by Matt Reeves, the film hopes to bring a fresh take to the Batman catalog. Reporter Rick Damigella has more.
When that light hits the sky, it's not just a call. It's a warning.
Robert Pattinson fights the criminal element of Gotham City in The Batman.
I'm vengeance.
The difference with this movie and a lot of the other ones, like normally the only time anyone else in Gotham sees Batman, it's either just before they get punched in the face or like they're in a dark alley or something. And in this, he's interacting with people a lot.
If we don't stand up, no one will.
You got a lot of cats.
I have a thing about strays.
He's joined by new takes on familiar characters.
I think it's really beautiful how much this character means to people, and I had to focus on making her a three-dimensional person, and I really think that this character deserves to be to be seen in a different light.
I sort of couldn't believe my luck that not only was it a Batman film, which I think is the coolest, but it was a real film. It was a spectacle, but it was emotional and thematically powerful.
It's really a plot-driven film, and Gordon being lieutenant is still a cop on the street, which allows him to be active in the middle of things alongside Batman in a way that for me was exciting.
Justice. The answer's justice.
In Hollywood, I'm Rick Damigella.
Make sure to check the movie in theaters this weekend.
The famous rocker and philanthropist Jon Bon Jovi turned 60 this past week, Wednesday. As founder of the band Bon Jovi, the rock star has had many accomplishments, including being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame in 2018. He has also used his influence to help others in the Jon Bon Jovi Soul Foundation, addressing hunger, poverty, and homelessness. We look forward to many more great years with Jon.
Taron Egerton, the Golden Globe-winning actor, fainted while performing at the Ambassadors Theatre in London. He has recently given an update on his Instagram story saying, quote, "I am completely fine, slightly sore neck and abused ego, but I'm fine," end quote. Joel Harper Jackson stepped in to finish the show that night, but no worries because Taron will be returning to the stage with a vengeance tomorrow night.
Billy Porter, Eric Morocco, and Lady Gaga are joining Elton John in co-host the charity Oscar watch party. With this being the 30th year of this event and a return to in-person gatherings, it will be an exciting event. This year's charity will be Elton's own charity, the Elton John AIDS Foundation. This foundation works to fight discrimination against those with AIDS and has programs to provide treatments. The watch party will be held in Los Angeles on March 27th, coinciding with the Academy Awards.
A Broadway theater will be named after James Earl Jones. The Shubert organization is renaming its Court Theater on Broadway after James Earl Jones. The move comes after a wide array of reforms were imposed less than a year ago to ensure equity, diversity, inclusion, and accessibility in the theater industry. The Emmy, Grammy, Oscar, and Tony Award-winning actor Earl Jones said in a statement that 64 years ago it was inconceivable for him to have a Broadway building named after him.
iCarly is back for a season 2 and coming to Paramount Plus April 8th. The second season shows Carly in her mid-20s trying to transverse love, work, and family while also attempting to revive her iconic channel. We also get to see some of our favorite characters such as Freddie, new characters like Harper, and the fan favorite Big Brother Spencer. Many believe this revival will help introduce iCarly to a new generation while staying true to its roots.
Sophia Bush is reunited with her One Tree Hill castmates Hilary Burton and Bethany Joy Lenz on the CBS medical drama Good Sam's. Lenz and Burton play sisters, Gretchen and Amy, on the March 23 episode of Good Sam. The three actresses also co-host a podcast called Drama Queens, where they recap One Tree Hill episodes and take a trip down memory lane to their time filming. Good Sam's airs Wednesdays on CBS.
So You Think You Can Dance is officially coming back for its 17th season this summer. It was delayed for 3 years, its last season airing in 2019. The competition includes dances between the age of 18 to 30, showcasing their talent in various dance styles. Those who are selected to move on will perform each week in a variety of styles. Auditions kick off this month, so if you're ready, get your dancing shoes on.
Pamela Anderson's documentary is all set to air on Netflix. According to a statement released by Netflix, the 54-year-old actress is ready to tell her story in a new documentary. The news of the documentary comes weeks after the release of the scripted series Pam and Tommy on Hulu, which follows Pamela's marriage to Tom Lee and explores the couple's sex tape scandal. The documentary, directed by Ryan White, promises to show an intimate portrait of the actress's life.
Actors Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively promised to match every donation for refugees fleeing war in Ukraine to up to $1 million. On Saturday, Reynolds wrote on Twitter, quote, "In 48 hours, countless Ukrainians were forced to flee from their homes to neighboring countries. They need protection. When you donate, we'll match up to $1 million, creating double the support," end quote. Almost 368,000 refugees have managed to leave, but it is estimated that almost 3 million people will need humanitarian assistance by the end of this reported year by the United Nations.
Coming up on entertainment news, more hot topics that we will be going over. But first, we have a quick look at weather with Storm Team 10 meteorologist Braden Alessia.
All right, thank you, Peyton. So I'm sure weather is on discussion of everyone's conversations today, as we did see very warm temperatures here in Oswego and over the greater part of New York State. And temperatures will be cooling down from this unseasonably warm temperatures that we saw today going later in the week. And be sure to stick around, as we'll have more on that coming after the break.
Athletics. Aaron, there are 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer, as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Entertainment news. I'm Storm Team 10 meteorologist Brayden Alessi here with the weather forecast for this evening. So today we saw warm temperatures stretching close to the 70s, which is close to the record for this time of the year throughout the day. And these temperatures will be decreasing as we move throughout the week. From the very warm temperatures that we saw today, there will be a dramatic cool down going into the later part of the week and switching to more seasonable temperatures for the day. Also, precipitation will be seen in the earlier part of the week with a mix of rain and snow, with temperatures being around 32 degrees or higher. We'll see a mix of both rain and snow. And by the end part of the week, travel home for spring break could be affected by precipitation as it moves into our area in the later part of the week. So just recapping this warm temperature we saw today, the record for this day throughout this day is 72 degrees on March 6th, and we saw a temperature of 71 degrees recorded here in Oswego. So this is very warm and was due to the presence of an unseasonably warm air mass that moved into the area and was able to bring up temperatures throughout the day, along with southerly winds coming from the south that made possible for temperatures to increase throughout the day. So these temperatures will be decreasing quite significantly throughout the evening. We'll be dropping down into the mid-30s, around 34 degrees for the low for tonight. And winds will be coming from the west at around 11 to 17 miles per hour, which is a change from winds we saw earlier today, as in other parts of western New York State, we saw that winds were quite damaging and quite high. We saw milder winds here, but these will be decreasing throughout the night. And by tomorrow, winds will be coming out of the southeast around 5 to 10 miles per hour, much milder than what we saw today in most parts of New York State. And temperatures will be increasing up to the 40s. There will be a chance for rain to move into the area tomorrow, and temperatures will be around 40 degrees. And just taking a look at this rain throughout the day, so the rain will be starting in the early part of the day, and by the daytime, we'll see a significant chance of rain for our area. It will be highly likely as the evening makes its way, as we make our way to the evening. And so for those kids making their way to school, they want to make sure they're prepared with proper attire as they make their way to school, as rain will be present in the early part of the day as they make their way to school. And by the end of the day, temperatures will be increasing throughout the day to around 40 degrees. And for the early part of the week on Monday, we'll see precipitation on Monday with rain and drying throughout the week. And as we move into the later part of the week, there will be precipitation. There will be some precipitation in the area around Friday and Saturday, and it could affect spring break travel and those traveling home. So be mindful that you are properly prepared for rain on later part of the week. Tune in after the break for more entertainment news.
this job looks perfect. It says you need a high school diploma. You've got one of those, right?
Skip the drama. Get your diploma.
I got that.
Find free adult education classes at finishyourdiploma.org.
Major Discussions is the new show that explores the stories of students right here on campus. I personally came here to SUNY Oswego for the broadcasting program because I love to hear people's stories and to do work just like this.
Good evening, Oswego. I'm Rocio Trasancos, and let's jump into the Oscars edition 94 and Best Picture nominations. First, we have Belfast from the director Kenneth Branagh. It has 7 nominations. It reminds us of Alfonso Cuarón's Roma. The director and actor Kenneth Branagh recreates his childhood in a town in Belfast. It has a delicate care of framing, camera movement, black and white photography mixed with color that highlights the moment of magical realism. The movie is narrated through the eyes of Branagh as a kid, surrounded by irrational violence and danger, political and religious turmoil. This film will show you all the chronicles and obstacles this middle-class family face and how they manage to keep going. After that, we have the movie Coda from the director Sian Heder. It has 3 nominations. Coda is an Apple original film and a remake from the 2014 French movie La Famille Bélier, a beautiful, powerful story. Coda means child of deaf adults. Ruby is the only hearing person in her deaf family. When the family fishing business is threatened, Ruby finds herself torn between pursuing her love of music by wanting to go to Berklee College of Music and her fear of abandoning her parents. So what will she decide? We will see. And the next movie we have is Don't Look Up from Adam McKay. It has 4 nominations. It is one of the 2 Netflix movies nominated this year. Katie Viasky is Jennifer Lawrence, and an astronomy grad student and her professor, Dr. Randall Mindy, is Leonardo DiCaprio. Make an astounding discovery of a comet orbiting within the solar system. The problem is, it is on direct collision course with the Earth. The other problem, no one really seems to care. Turns out to be a warning about a planet killer the size of Mount Everest, in a convenient fact to navigate. With only 6 months until the comet makes impact, managing the 24-hour news cycles and gaining the attention of the social media obsessed with the public. Before it's too late, it will provoke a comical effect. What will it take to the public to just look up? Into the next movie, we'll have Drive My Car. It is an international movie from the director Yusuke Hamaguchi. It has 4 nominations. The synopsis is, 2 years after his wife's unexpected death, Yusuke Kafuku, a renowned stage actor and director, receives an offer to direct a production of his uncle Banya at a theater film festival in Hiroshima. There, he meets Misaki Watari, a taciturn young woman assigned by the festival to chauffeur him in his beloved red Saab 900. As the production premiere approaches, tensions mount amongst the cast and the crew, not least between Yusuke and Koshi, a TV star who shares an unwelcome connection to Yusuke's late wife. Forced to confront a painful truth raised from his past, Yusuke begins, with the help of his driver, to discover what is happening with the mysteries of his dead wife. And then we'll go to another movie that is really exciting. This is Dune. It has 10 nominations, and his director, Denis Villeneuve, does a great job. I think it's one of the greatest movies and productions of the year and gives us a nostalgia of the past, but with emotion to what is happening to the future. A mythic and emotional shared hero's journey, Dune tells the story of Paul Atreides, a brilliant and gifted young man born into a great destiny beyond his understanding, who must travel to the most dangerous planet in the universe to ensure the future of his family and his people. A malevolent forces will arrive into conflict over the planet's exclusive supply of the most precious resource in existence. So we will see how Paul can resolve this conflict. And that's all the movies we will see. This is 5 of 10 movies that are nominated for Best Picture, and we'll be back with more entertainment news.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
Of all the things you've done with your bike, donating it to Goodwill may be the most incredible of all. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Welcome back to WTOP 10 Entertainment News. As Paris Fashion Week 2022 continues, we're going to take a look at which celebrities and designers are turning heads and stopping the show. Let's jump right into it. Rihanna is working her baby bump. The Fenty Beauty founder flaunted a number of maternity looks throughout the week. From the skin-tight Stella McCartney jumpsuit to the hot pink vintage Chanel puffer coat, the singer says she is trying things that she didn't have the confidence to try before she was pregnant. She said it in a recent interview, the society tends to make women hide their sexy when they get pregnant, so she's aiming to do the opposite. Let's take a look at her first look. What do we think about the turquoise outfit?
I feel, personally, I like the turquoise outfit, but I'm not really a fan of the trench coat. I believe that's a trench coat there. I'm not really a fan of that. But overall,
Good evening
I think
and
that
welcome to
outfit is solid.
WTOP 10 Nightly News.
The turquoise suit really complements Rihanna really well. And honestly, what is there that Rihanna cannot pull off?
True. I agree with you. I think the coat is a little bit too much. I mean, she really wanted to play into her sexiness and how women who are in maternity, they can be sexy too. But I feel like the coat just throws it off. Right. The blue, she pulls that off beautifully. But the coat just takes away from that, I feel like.
Okay. I don't own any Savage Fenty products, but I have heard nothing but good reviews. Speaking of Rihanna's businesses, Fenty Beauty products will officially be available at Ulta Beauty starting today. Kim Kardashian is taking Paris Fashion Week by storm. She sat front row at the Balenciaga show while wearing a look from the new collection, which was a high-neck cat suit made out of yellow packing tape covered in the label's name. Kim completed the look with pointed pumps and an hourglass handbag that were also covered in the label's name. Balenciaga creative director Demna Gvasalia also styled Kim for the 2021 Met Gala in her SNL hosting debut. Gvasalia is the mastermind behind both the collection and the fashion show. How do we feel about Kim Kardashian's fashion sense in general?
I think that she has a pretty good fashion sense. I mean, she's up on top for a reason, so she has the style.
I like that look I am, once again, not a huge fan of it. I think there were better looks by Kim Kardashian in the Paris Fashion Week, but overall, I would give it a solid 7.
Zendaya does it again when it comes to serving looks. The Euphoria star wore a striking head-to-toe fuchsia monochrome Valentino suit for the Valentino Fall and Winter 2022 fashion show during Paris Fashion Week. She said in a recent interview that her team builds a little story for each look that she creates, which is like an extension of her acting career. She says clothes are very emotional because she gets to embody different facets of herself and of her alter ego. Besides Fashion Week, what are your favorite fashion looks from Zendaya?
I love everything Zendaya wears, but my favorite has to be Zendaya in a suit. There is nothing that beats Zendaya in a suit. She looks absolutely stunning. I love that, and I don't think there is any person who can pull off a suit as well as Zendaya does. And I loved the hot pink monochrome suit that she wore in the Paris Fashion Week. Huge fan.
Honestly, personally, my favorite look for Zendaya was her golden Rome look. It was a little while ago, but she absolutely slayed it. It had a beautiful neckline to it. That was ultimately my favorite. It just, when I think of her, I think of that look. But as for the pink look, I thought it looked pretty good, but the makeup kind of did throw me off. I feel like it's dark and heavy, but seeing that it's her alter ego that's kind of coming out, it makes sense for that look. Kind of seeing it's a little different than her normal looks.
Well, what are you guys looking forward to for spring break?
Oh, I am really looking forward to spring break. I'm going to Texas.
Okay.
So I am really excited about that. I am very much looking forward to escaping the Oswego snow, basically.
I feel you. Yes, I'm not really escaping the snow, but I get to escape to see my dog. I miss him so much. I love him so much, and I just need to see him.
Okay, well, that's good to hear. That's all we have for tonight. Thank you so much for watching.
Athletics. Aaron, there were 6 big points. This is the one you've been waiting for. This group has never beaten Cortland.
Getting started with some men's soccer as the Lakers had 2 conference matchups.
For half of the Lakers' goals this entire season.
Offense is key. You talked all about scoring goals.
Good evening and welcome to WTOP 10 Nightly News.
For the governor race with a strong lead, former Governor Andrew Cuomo is...
Barlow announced the completion of a large building mural in downtown Oswego.
The renovations on the Hewitt Union Building, turning it into the new Hewitt Hall.
And as we move into tomorrow, that rain is going to be in our area.
Moving to the Diamond now, as Sweet Caroline got a lot sweeter last night.
Life's taught me a lot, and I'm ready for more.
Well, you're not the typical kind of candidate that I hire. But you are exactly what I'm looking for.
Your company could be missing out on the candidates it needs most. Learn how to find a great pool of untapped talent at gradsoflife.org.
We've been marinating chicken in all sorts of liquids for 24 hours. These are vitamins and minerals and things that you need, nutrients. The chicken speedy is a staple of our culture.
All across the country, people are coming together to speed up what we can learn about health.